youngmost stopping off at Malta prior to the Big Three conferences is W. Averill Harriman, U.S. Ambassador to the Soviets, and five-star General George Marshall with British Field Marshal Wilson. The meeting at war-torn Malta is only preliminary to the final meeting with Marshal Stalin. The Mediterranean Conference of the Allied military leaders is held within the stately walls of Montgomery House. Here starts a series of talks that will profoundly influence the diplomatic and political future of the world. Field Marshal Alexander of the Mediterranean Theater and General Brahan Somerville and Admiral King attend. But the meeting really gets down to business at Yalta, former Crimean summer capital of the Tsars.
Hey guys, if you didn't already get it, or not, I don't know, I'm going to be talking about the Yalta Conference during this video. And I'm going to refer to it as a flex because it just makes more sense if you refer to it like that. So the first thing is the Addy. What's the Addy of the flex? Well, it was Crimea on February of 1945, and if you know your history, you know that's around a month before World War II ended, which is one of the main reasons why the conference was held. Actually, the conference was held because it was eminent that Hitler was going to be defeated, and the Allies wanted to know what to do with Poland and with Germany and with all these countries now that, the Nazis were falling. So there was a lot of things that went on during this conference. Let me talk about who went to the flex though first. And Joseph Stalin went to represent the USSR, Winston Churchill went to represent the UK, and Franklin D. Roosevelt went to rep the US. And this is Franklin D. Roosevelt's last conference because he dies a little bit after, and then Truman picks up and continues his presidency. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna continue and talk about what they mainly discussed in the conference, which is Poland, Germany, obviously, and what they were able to get done. So FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt, was successful in most of his aims. He was able to secure a commitment from Stalin for Russia to join the United Nations, which is one of the main things discussed also, is they obviously wanted something better than the League of Nations. So FDR decided the United Nations, and then they got the support from Russia. And they also got support from Russia to enter the Pacific War with the Allies. And they Russia essentially joined the war because they thought they were going to get land from China. They didn't really help that much though. But yeah, Poland wasn't so lucky because Stalin promised free elections, but Poland would still fall to a communist regime. So yeah. Now talking about Stalin, Stalin aimed to control most of his satellite states in order to have a buffer from other countries because he was scared. A lot of people didn't like the idea of communism. Stalin also made it clear he wanted Poland, stating Russia should have a sphere of influence in the country due to the fact that they have conquered it. And then Stalin also aimed to destroy Germany and the possibility of their rise in the future. And he was successful in obtaining the land he wanted, yet he couldn't destroy Germany the way he wanted. But overall, I would say he was pretty successful in whatever he did. Okay, and then finally Churchill aimed the all secure survival of Britain and end of the war successfully. And we also know that they wanted the best for Poland because that's the reason why they entered the war, but they weren't as successful in getting a democracy for Poland. So overall, it was agreed that Germany should be disarmed, demilitarized, and dismembered, which is what they all agreed on. And there was an agreement that Poland would have democratic elections. So you could just think about it as the 4 Ds: disarmed, demilitarized, dismembered, and democratic. So 4 Ds.